Good afternoon, everybody. I can't wait to share with you why you are dieting all wrong in 2024. Things have changed. Even this year, things have changed. So I want to shed some light on that for you, give you some solutions, some options, particularly for women who've been yo-yo dieting. It's really important that you actually understand what's going to be working for you, what's not working for you, and what you can do instead. I work with women specifically who have yo-yo dieted for years and have gone up and down in weight fluctuations and are frustrated with digging for other diets. So what I want to do for you today is really help you understand how there can be a new way, a different way that's going to support you than looking for yet another crash diet. Okay, so my name is Helen Birney, and this is the Off the Scale podcast, and we take a refreshing and simplified approach to health. And together we'll explore a world where well-being isn't measured in pounds or calories. In a society obsessed with scales and numbers, today I'm here to help you break free from the conventional norms. We're going to dive into a realm where health is about feeling good, nourishing your body, and embracing a balanced lifestyle without the need for constant counting, weighing, or portioning. Each week, we unravel the secrets to a healthier and happier life. It's time to shift the focus from the scale to the incredible journey of self-discovery and well-being. I want you to get ready to go off the scale with me through this insightful conversation, and I will give you practical tips to empower you on your path to a healthier and more fulfilling life. Let's embark on this transformative journey together today. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm going to share with you why you are dieting all wrong in 2024. Today, I'll be talking about why macro counting, intermittent fasting, and keto may be working against you, what restrictive diets like calorie deficits and Optavia results in the highest failure rate of any diet, how excessive cardio leads to fat retention, and what every woman over 40 who has yo-yo dieted for years needs to do instead of any of this. Okay, so let me say this. If you've tried macro counting, intermittent fasting, keto, calorie counting, calorie deficits, Optavia or other crash diets, or cardio at the gym, or excessive running, and you've been yo-yo dieting for years and you can't keep off the same 20 pounds, I'm going to help you understand why you've been dieting all wrong. We typically say, oh, it worked for me back then. It should continue to work for me now. But the truth is, if it worked for you, then you would have been able to sustain it and keep the weight off. It is 2024 and the diet industry has been found out. I found it out 15 years ago when I was stuck in the middle of dieting and I needed a better way of life and a better way of making choices for myself that I could sustain instead of going on another crash diet. We can't rely on the same hacks, right? First of all, our bodies aren't computers, but we can't rely on the same hacks for the last 10, 20, 30 years, and even in the last year to help us lose weight. If we do rely on those hacks, then we're going to continue to gain the same 10, 20 pounds all over again. And not only that, but I know you guys look at your friends, or you look at colleagues, or you look at other people, celebrities, whoever it is, and you do the whole comparison game. Well, if it worked for them, it should work for me. Not for women who have yo-yo dieted. It's not the same thing. So I want you guys to listen in, because what I'm going to tell you today might surprise you. You'll probably doubt whether or not it's going to work. A lot of women do, and then they go back into yo-yo dieting. But if you do follow what I tell you today, you will get the same results my clients have gotten. Positive self-worth, energy in their busy, demanding lives, and yes, weight loss too. I'm so glad you'll stick around, because what I'm going to share with you guys today doesn't exist in a diet plan. And that's where we have gone all wrong. It wasn't too long ago that I thought to myself, how am I going to lose the next 10 pounds? I remember that. And I would think to myself, just 10 pounds would make me happier. If I can just lose that 10 pounds, I'm going to be more consistent with my health. I promise I'll eat better. I just want to get those 10 pounds off, and then I'll be more consistent. Right? I thought that I needed to shock my body into losing that weight quickly so that I could get to a place where I was happy with my body, and then I could sustain a healthier lifestyle. So I tried counting macros, and I tried eating by the guidance of a pie chart that would show me all of my proteins and calories and my fats and all of that. And then it would tell me the different ways to tinker with it. And, you know, the truth is that I lost a little weight, and I tried intermittent fasting and I lost a little bit of weight. and I tried crash diets and I lost a little bit of weight, and I tried eating keto and I lost a little bit of weight, and I tried marathon training and I lost a little bit of weight. But every single one of those, after every single one, I gained the weight back, and sometimes even more. Now, you guys have likely tried these things too. And the thing is that they might work at first, just like they worked for me. You lose the weight, but what most women have in common who embark on these type of weight loss strategies is that while they work for a period of time, the weight comes back and then some. If you've been there, then we're on the same page, okay? That's what happened to me, and I do hope that I'm not alone in that. I know that sharing my story, somebody else is going to hear this and say, yep, that's happened to me too. Women so desperately want to lose weight that they'll do anything to get the weight off without thinking about the consequences. They believe that a new diet will help them lose weight, when the truth is that any diet will cause their bodies temporary shock followed by immediate gain when you don't continue to follow the course of the program. Our bodies get used to being in a shock mode, and then when you don't have that to rely on anymore, it's like, boom, all of a sudden we gain again. And we're like, oh my gosh, I'm such a jerk. I can't believe I went off the program. This is why we end up not sticking with it, because it's not sustainable, but then we start blaming ourselves. It sucks to count calories and track everything. It sucks to eat only high-fat foods. It sucks to delay eating when you're starving, and it sucks wasting all this time on marathon training solely for weight loss. If you want to train for a marathon for other reasons, because you have some lofty goals in your life or it feels really good, that's a totally different story. So here's something to think about. If you just stop focusing on choosing the right diet, what if discovering exactly what your body needs and that it's smart enough to regulate itself worked instead? You'd go through the entire day not worrying about whether or not you're on the diet, or whether or not you'll start on Monday, or whether or not you'll lose weight when you put in all this work. You'll just do it because it doesn't feel like work anymore. We can't stick to diets because it feels like work, right? You're invested in it and you're willing to do it for a period of time, but you're not willing to do it for the long haul. That's why this approach is better. This is why I teach my clients in the energetic eating method in a one-to-one and group hybrid program how to learn how to do this in just 4 weeks. After the 4 weeks, we practice consistency. We practice listening to our bodies. We practice letting go of diets. We practice loving and honoring ourselves through it all, so that we can stop being exhausted by yo-yo dieting and wanting to have instead more energy and an improved relationship with the body, with weight loss as a result. We get to have that. You get to have all of the things, not just the number on the scale, but to feel better, more confident, have more energy, and do all of those things when you learn how to listen in and tune into your body and make shifts that are actually going to work for you. The diet shifts are honestly just crash things that we try in order to be able to get the scale to budge. It doesn't work for the long haul. So if you're sitting there thinking about giving up dieting, awesome, but you're not sure where to begin, then I want you to do this, okay? First, make a list of all the diets that you've done. Make a list of the diets you've done, and that list, you need to acknowledge that none of them worked. So I want you to write next to that list why you didn't stick with it. Okay, so write the diet, why you didn't stick with it. Weight Watchers, I spent too much time on the app. Keto, it was too hard to buy all of the high-fat foods. Or maybe, like me, you ended up with horrible pain in your body and it didn't work out for you, or you were sweating in the middle of the night. It was like a keto disaster for me. Intermittent fasting, I didn't want to give up my breakfast, or it was too hard for me to not eat breakfast in the morning. Fine. Okay, calorie counting, it was too laborious. Okay, cool. So you get to own why those things didn't work, not blame yourself for them not working. It's not because you didn't stick with it. It's because doing all of that is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, think about it. Like holding yourself to those rules and restrictions in order to lose weight and then to not be able to stick with it for the long haul, it doesn't make sense, okay? So this year in 2024, it's time to get honest about what works and what doesn't, okay? So I don't want you to blame yourself anymore. I want you to blame the diet that didn't work. And if you're looking for some guidance on the next step, once you acknowledge how the diet hasn't worked for you and you want to know what is it that can work for me instead, this is exactly what I do with my clients in the energetic eating method. And for anyone who's listening today, anyone who tunes into the podcast, what I want you guys to do is to book a health audit with me. It's a free 20-minute health audit where I'm going to help you uncover what it is where you need to put your focus in order to be able to get the results that you want. Because we can give up dieting, we can acknowledge why the diets don't work. We can then speak powerfully to ourselves about what we're capable of. But if you're still not sure where to start, then I want to help guide you to the exact place where you need to put your focus, because it's not on the diet anymore. We're talking about the things that you need to shift for yourself in order to be able to make these changes for the long haul. And it's not these rules that the diets are coming up with. It's something inside of you that needs to shift. You probably already know what it is on some level. If not, we'll do a little subconscious work and figure out what that is. And then I'll send you on your way and you can go and do that. Okay? Inside the energetic eating method, I hold my clients accountable in the group setting, and we keep revisiting these things through the one-on-one work so that they can ditch dieting, stop yo-yo dieting, and lose the weight once and for all and keep it off. That's our goal. That's what we want to do together. And we want to do it without the confines of fad dieting. Okay? So if you're ready to end the diet narrative and write your own story of health, I want you to book the health audit with me. I'm going to leave a link in the comments in the Facebook group. And I'm also going to leave the link in the comments of the YouTube channel. So like I said, this is only for those of you who are tuning in. And it's important to me that we have a starting point and that you know the way that I work. Okay, that's why I offer this call to anybody who tunes in, so that you already know exactly what it is that you want to work on. So click on the link so we can hop on the 20-minute health audit together. I'm so glad that you guys took the time to listen in today and to learn why you're dieting all wrong in 2024. Remember to check out the show notes to get a chance to book the call, and I will help walk you step by step into uncovering what's going on for you so that you can take that sustainable action. As we wrap up another episode of Off the Scale, remember that health is a journey, not a destination, and I hope the insights that I shared with you here inspire you to embrace a simplified approach to health. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback is invaluable as we continue this journey together. So stay tuned for more conversations and transformative insights on future episodes of Off the Scale.